This week at Bungie, we prepare for next gen. There's a bit to catch up on. Since the last TWAB, new exotics have been discovered throughout Europa. Banshee has found new memories, the Deep Stone Crypt has been infiltrated, a dinosaur was sent into space. Quite a few of you have been asking about raid statistics. It's always fun seeing how many players took on the challenge for completion during the first week. We dug through our databases and found some fun stats to share, and we're happily surprised by how many of you completed your first ever jacket quest. For day 1 stats, Last Wish Raid had 4 unique raid activity clears, Garden of Salvation had 551, Deep Stone Crypt had 29,814. A final fun fact, over 979,680 Guardians unlocked the Lament since the quest went live. That's a lot of sword damage. Now that we've covered the time that's passed, let's get back to business. Lightkeeper's charity update. Earlier this week, Bungie kicked off the Game to Give Lightkeeper's charity initiative, and to no one's surprise, the Destiny community has shown up in force. At the time of writing this TWAB, you've already raised above $450,000, and we're still in the first week. Bungie's overall goal is to raise $2 million, and we're well on our way. Bungie also announced the charity milestone rewards, 2 of which have already been unlocked. In case you missed it, say hello to the concept art of the upcoming Dawning 2020 Titan Universal Ornament and the Warlock Universal Ornament. If you'd like to chip in a few dollars for charity, head over to Bungie's website to learn more and donate. Return of the Banner. With the raid done and dusted, Lord Saladin is ready to get Guardians back into the Iron Banner. This will be the first Iron Banner to feature stasis powers, so we're all excited for what's to come. For any new lights out there, Iron Banner is a limited time 6v6 Crucible activity with powered enabled combat. While artifact power is disabled, you'll want to infuse and equip your most powerful gear before jumping in. Similar to Control, there are 3 zones on the map for your team to capture. The more zones you hold, the more points you get when defeating Guardians. If your team is brave enough to capture all 3 zones, the opposing team will be locked out of capturing zones for a short duration. In other words, this is your time to shine while your enemies cower in fear. To say it clearly, capping those zones is one of the most important things you can do. Stay close to your teammates, slay your enemies, and enjoy the spoils of victory. Lord Saladin can be found in the tower, offering Iron Banner bounties with pinnacle-powered rewards. If you'd like to adorn your Guardian in Iron Banner-themed loot, he's got you covered. 2 weapons from the first year of Destiny 2 have been reprised, now featuring random rolls. Additionally, the Iron Will armor set is making its return, updated to accept new combat mods. Iron Banner begins at 9 AM Pacific and noon Eastern on December 8th, running through 9 AM Pacific and noon Eastern on December 15th. Truth be told, you'll be downloading an update right before Iron Banner becomes available. You know what that means? It's time for a patch note preview. It's all in the patch notes. December 8th can't come soon enough. In just a few short days, next generation enhancements will be coming to Destiny 2. In case you missed the Next Gen article, here's a quick refresher of the update coming next week. 4K resolution and 60 FPS is coming to both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, as will 120Hz Crucible support, field of view slider, faster load times, and cross-generation play. Destiny 2 Update 3.0.1 has quite a bit more under the hood. The team has been working on some bug fixes for issues found around launch, but they also have a few promises to keep. Let's dig in. Dungeons. Prophecy. The Prophecy Dungeon will be returning to Destiny 2 on December 8th, 2020. This endgame activity is free to all players. Powerful rewards may be earned from each checkpoint once per week. Players may complete the dungeon once per week to obtain a pinnacle-powered reward. Previously featured weapon and armor rewards are available once more. Destiny 2 Companion App Bounties. Beginning next week, Players may acquire bounties from Destiny 2 vendors using the Destiny 2 companion app. Bounties may only be acquired when players are offline, in orbit, or in the tower. This will be introduced through a companion app update, which is planned for December 8th, 2020. Stay tuned to Bungie Help on Twitter for more on this companion app update. New Light resolved issues. Fixed an issue with the New Light subclass quest where Ikora's waypoint was suppressed. Fixed an issue where veteran players with 2 characters of the same class were blocked from acquiring their subclasses. Fixed an issue where a step on the New Light pursuit was not granting experience. Fixed an issue where players who skipped the shotgun chest in the first mission did not receive special ammo when the shotgun was granted. Monument to Lost Lights. Fixed an issue where the waypoint on the Exotic Archive vendor continues to flash for players who own all the exotics. Collections. Badges and armor and collections correctly select player's class. Fixed an issue where the UI would forget which page the player was on after previewing an item in collections. And fixed a bug where some new armor mods had incorrect sources listed in collections. Crucible updated the Mercy rule for Control and Clash to prevent it from triggering too early in the match. Fixed an issue where the Survivor medal could be awarded to players who were defeated during the round. And fixed an issue where the Untouchable medal could not be earned. Beyond Light Exotics, ICEFALL Mantle fixed a bug where the ICEFALL Mantle's description did not mention the slow field it generates when activated. Mask of Bacchus improved the readability of the visual effects when another player wearing Mask of Bacchus shifts directly toward you. Updated the description string of Mask of Bacchus's perk to correctly describe its damage bonus, which applies only to combatants and affects all arc weapon damage and all damage against slowed or encased enemies. Additionally, fixed an issue where this damage bonus was applying to players who are slowed or encased in Crucible and Gambit. Necrotic Grip fixed an issue where being killed by the effects of Necrotic Grip would show as being killed by the Architects. There will be a full list of patch notes ready to go on December 8th when the patch becomes available for download. Players will be removed from activities in Destiny 1 and 2 and won't be able to log in for an hour starting at 8 a.m. PST or 11 a.m. Eastern. They will then be able to log back in at 9 a.m. PST, noon Eastern, when the patch is rolled out across all platforms and regions. Players can log back into Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 at this time. Ongoing maintenance is expected to conclude for another hour. Next-gen consoles, when Update 3.0.1 releases on December 8th, next-gen console users, Xbox Series X, S, and PlayStation 5, will need to download the full-size game regardless if they have been playing Destiny 2 since Beyond Light's launch. This does not affect Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or Steam users. Preload will not be available for this patch. Preloads are usually only available for expansion-type patches and are not available for hotfixes or seasonal updates. The estimated patch sizes for Update 3.0.1 based on the platforms are as follows. Xbox Series XS will be approximately 70 gigabytes, PlayStation 5, 67, Xbox One, 2.35 gigs, PlayStation 4, 2.09 gigs, and Steam 3.0.1's patch download size will be about 1.5 gigs. Upcoming resolved issues. The following are some issues expected to be resolved with Update 3.0.1. The lift tubes in the Warden of Nothing Strike fully drain super energy. The Wanted the Fanatic triumph is not being awarded after defeating the Fanatic in the Forsaken campaign. The Hit List triumph is not being awarded after defeating all the Barons in the Forsaken campaign. The holograms from looped emotes such as Luxurious Toast and Feline Fancy emotes disappear and leave players in a static position after the first loop ends. The Adored Sniper Rifle cannot be reacquired from collections. Known issues. While Bungie continues investigating various known issues, here is a list of the latest issues that were reported to them in their help forum. Players who are colorblind may have difficulty seeing trails in Wrathborn hunts. In the Last Wish raid, players will get the Place Relic prompt for Riven's Heart, even if they aren't holding it. The Binary System Ornament for Symmetry disables enemy highlighting in Seeker mode. Some players are being forced to reacquire the CRYPTOLITH lure every time they launch the game. Major enemies that drop moon weapon parts aren't spawning. The Scourge of the Past armor can't take Season of Arrival mods. The Strength of Memory challenge can't be completed. Some icicles on the Rhymed Ghost Shell are black and don't look like icicles. The Lost Lament quest sometimes progresses inconsistently or not at all, and sometimes needs to be abandoned and reacquired to continue. Kills with the Jade Rabbit exotic scout rifle no longer auto-refill its magazine. The HALCYON VISAGE exotic Sparrow takes shaders poorly. The selfie emote functions poorly on ultra-wide monitor setups. The Wisdom of the Witch Triumph no longer counts progress. Some players cannot progress past the first mission of A Guardian Rises. The Drifter sometimes misgenders players in Idle Dialogue and Gambit Dialogue. Era still has a weekly challenge for some players. This weekly challenge intentionally does not provide a powerful reward. Flawless Execution on the Way of the Wraith Hunter subclass has a delayed trigger. Resetting Valor rank on step 4 of 5 on the Light Reforged Crucible quest prevents future Valor earned from being recorded for the quest. Multiple ships have their rocket effects floating behind the ship model. Shiver Strike Titan Melee does not function with the heavy-handed mod. Collections go back to the main menu instead of the previous section. HDR isn't working as intended. And Bungie is investigating player reports that their veteran dialogue has been replaced with new character dialogue. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review the known issues article on the Bungie website. Players who observe other issues should report them to the help forum. That's a wrap for this week. Next week will be the final TWAB of the year. I'm Diebear. If you like this video, please like, share, and comment. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell below to be notified when new videos are posted. You can also find me on Twitch, Discord, and other social media. Links are in the description below.